When I first got into the content creation world, there were some things I noticed about some of the people in certain communities that concerned me. It also opened my eyes to how public figures are viewed by the general population. Most people view a celebrity, actor, Twitch streamer, Instagram model as different, maybe a level slightly higher or more important than regular everyday people. I realized that at first I too felt this way, like somehow a guy like Chris Pratt might be immune to the effects of fame, fortune, and crowds of women trying to suffocate him under a sea of boobs. A very strange phenomenon of interactive live streaming, the world I was attempting to become a part of, showed the effects of these things in some cases to be wildly amplified. The access and reach that some streamers were blessed with had certain effects that some of them were very obviously not prepared for. Parasocial relationships are something that can be observed as very bizarre and can lead down dark and sometimes dangerous paths. I'm not trying to out certain people as bad people with this video, I'm just stating an observation. The dangerous mistake that a lot of creators, public figures, and even celebrities make is that they give too much of themselves. I see this happening chiefly on Twitter as well as live streams, where a person will apologize constantly to their audience for whatever reason. A person will bring all of their personal troubles online for everyone to see. Sometimes it is done in desperation for attention or clout. Whatever reason it is done for, it can lead down a very dangerous path psychologically and even physically. Feeling like you owe the people in your audience some kind of explanation or information about your personal life can fuel an unhealthy expectation of your audience to share more and more. And before you know it, you have nothing left of yourself for you or your family. You have no privacy in your thoughts or opinions. Giving a little bit of yourself for the sake of entertainment is a good thing, but when you give your entire self to an audience, you don't control your own life. There are going to be some people in that audience who may use the weakness you display publicly against you. The main victims of this problem are usually people who are very young. If you think about it, the vast majority of people who are famous from Twitch and YouTube, for instance, are under 30 years old. Some of them barely old enough to buy a pack of cigarettes to give them some relief from the crippling weight of internet fame. There are some people I can note that have done a seemingly good job of handling this pressure. Billie Eilish, for example. She lives a pretty private life. We know she's close with her family, we know she is passionate about music, and that's about it. Dr. Disrespect, for instance, we have very limited knowledge of or even video of the man behind the Google prototype scopes. We know he is a family man, a passionate creator, and a successful entrepreneur. He doesn't display to the world the immense pressure that is on him every day to entertain people and provide a space for people to take their mind off of their lives for a little bit. I'm not saying a little vulnerability isn't a good thing. I think a guy like Joe Rogan seems to regulate that pretty well. He hears something that affects him, he will react, but he's not giving himself away in the process. Some people don't understand that having an audience is a leadership position where you have, in my opinion, a responsibility to lead by example. Keep your life in as good of order as possible, and remember that everything you do in your content is being watched very closely by people who look up to you. It's also being watched just as closely by people who would love to take advantage of you in any way they can get a foot in the door of your life. Those are some things to think about if you're thinking about content creation, acting, or any other kind of public-facing life, or if you're already successful and are feeling yourself fall into these fatal traps. Make your content, be passionate about it, but shield yourself. Give yourself some breathing room, and when you speak, be careful how much of yourself you're giving away. Thanks for watching.